Hello, this is Uncle Patrick. 21 days passed surprisingly fast for me. This may be the last time in my life to look at this view. Haha, after looking at it for 21 days, I don't think I will miss it anymore. In this video, I will be checking out of the quarantine hotel and move to my favorite hotel in Hong Kong. I will share with you some footage of what I do after being free, including where I sent the drink containers I used during the quarantine period for recycle. And I will tell you about my plan for the next adventure. Towards the end of this video, I'm going to do a food review of the full list of meal options from Penta Hotel Plus package. I will also give my opinion about the overall service of this hotel. For those of you interested, especially those who are planning to stay in this hotel soon, please stay to the end. After having set my personal record of staying within a 5-meter radius of space continuously for 21 days, I'm finally free to go. My preparation and packing to leave the quarantine hotel turned out to be harder than the preparation to come in. The hotel provides disposable items like toilet paper, shampoo, body wash, etc. I found out from those who just came out of the quarantine that all the unused items will be trashed. That's right, trashed, not even recycled. Even the unopened bottled water. I had brought with me a lot of my own supply, but I still went ahead to use up those items provided by the hotel first and not to ask for any more than I needed. But still, there were a lot of items that I couldn't finish. As I don't want to contribute so much to the landfill in Hong Kong, I took almost everything with me. It is disappointing that Penta Hotel will not take any of our recyclable waste for recycle. I took them with me as well. The checkout process is quite straightforward. The hotel staff called a couple of days before my checkout to ask for my checkout time. When I was ready, I called the reception and they sent someone to escort me downstairs. They have to do that because the lift can only be operated by an access card, which I don't have. You just need to have your quarantine order and credit card with you handy for the checkout. It was quite easy at 10 o'clock in the morning to get a taxi to move to my next hotel. It feels so good to be out and free to go anywhere I want, and to be able to just watch these people walking on the street. I'm checking into the Intercontinental Grand Stamford Tsim Sha Tsui East. Their room rate now is only half of their usual low season rate. Actually, now is summer peak period. I would have to pay 3 times the price if not for the pandemic. The room is almost double the size of my Penta Hotel room. And look at this view. Gosh, I would never be tired of this. I gained about 1 kg in the past 3 weeks. When I checked in, I asked the hotel concierge whether they knew of any recycle waste collection points nearby. He had no clue. So I tried to Google to see whether I could find any nearby in Tsim Sha Tsui, but also no luck. I decided to just go down to the streets to walk around and look for one. Haha! I found a recycle bin across the street from the hotel just 50 meters to the left, and the hotel staff did not know. I'm not sure if it's just him or Hong Kong people in general are not so environmentally conscious. If you are living in Hong Kong watching this video, you can leave your comments about what you think below. I walked about a little more around the hotel area. This is Urban Council Centenary Garden. If you head towards the left, Auto Plaza is right ahead. There are 2 more collection points here. I hope Google can include these points on their map. I still kept the orange juice bottles for a couple of days more till before I leave Hong Kong. Hong Kong is a food paradise, but I won't have enough time to introduce all the food that I encountered in this video. They are using an app called Leave Home Safe to track people entering crowded places. This is similar to the Safe Entry app used in Singapore. But I don't see any Hong Kongers getting in at entrances of malls and supermarkets. More food hunting. My favorite breakfast in Hong Kong is congee. They have a lot of variety of congee here. Glutinous rice sesame ball and minced beef congee. They pour the boiling hot congee over raw minced beef to cook it, and it's delicious. I can't find this dish anywhere outside of Hong Kong. That's a dim sum lunch. I think it's a must to try dim sum whenever you are in Hong Kong. My next destination is mainland China, and hence I have to do the PCR test again to get ready for my next move. This is a typical home-cooked meal in Hong Kong. It's so good. And this is a high-end Hong Kong Cantonese restaurant. If you want to know any information about the food shown in this video, you can leave your questions in the comments below. Remember in episode 4 I told you that the hairdryer in the hotel is really useful for me? Haha, I was not kidding. Here's how I use it. To heat up the leftover food. Avenue of Stars is one of my favorite places to hang around in Hong Kong. I did a night walk after dinner. It's not as crowded as before. The view is stunning as usual. I noticed that almost 100% of the Hong Kongers are wearing disposable masks meant for one-time use. Back in Singapore, most of us wear reusable masks which can be washed and used many times. I know surgical masks are in general more effective in blocking the COVID-19 virus, but many reusable masks are equally effective. Hong Kong recently has 0 local cases for many days. In addition, it also has the tightest border control in the world. There is literally 0 chance of getting an infection when everyone is wearing any kind of masks. I'm pretty sure that if most Hong Kongers prefer good quality reusable masks, they will be available in the market. Apparently, Hong Kongers are in general not very environmentally conscious, and they don't feel sad to see millions of one-time use masks being consumed and ended up in the landfill every day. If you are a Hong Konger watching this video, you are welcome to leave your thoughts about this issue below. What a beautiful day for a morning run along Avenue of Stars. This is the last episode of this series of my vlog. Once I was out of quarantine, I don't have so much time to film and edit videos anymore. However, I do still have a lot of adventures coming up. In my next video series, I will share with you my next trip from Hong Kong to mainland China. I think it is going to be a very interesting trip. For those of you who plan to go to mainland China soon, make sure you subscribe to my channel and turn on the notification bell so that you will be notified when the videos are out. You can also write in the comment section below if you want me to focus more about any parts of my travel experience. And for those of you who are planning to stay in Penta Hotel for quarantine, stay with me to look at my food and hotel review coming up next. I will start the food review with breakfast. Penta Hotel Plus package has a choice of 4 different breakfast sets. This is okay if quarantine period was 7 days. But when it gets to 14 days or 21 days, I feel that they should offer more varieties. Imagine if you are a vegetarian, you will only have one choice of breakfast for the entire quarantine duration. Set A has a combination of a few items: soya sauce fried noodle, fish siu mai, lo mai gai, and congee.
So it's one of my favorite. So we'll open up and see the glutinous rice with some meat, pork. Not good. So set B. So you've got a croissant, some sausage and bacon. So usually the croissant is 2 or 3 pieces. So I ask them to give me less because it's too much. Because there's still the macaroni. See, macaroni, and it comes with the soup. So they give you some soup that you're supposed to pour inside. So macaroni is also used to be a lot. I asked them to give me less. Give me half. I asked them for half the amount, but I think it's still more than half.
This is my overall score for each set. The Penta Hotel Plus package is about 300 Hong Kong dollars more than the standard meal package. With the help of this food review, I hope it can help you to decide whether you want to pay this extra $300 or you would rather save the money and order your own food delivery. I usually like lamb, but this dish I think is too dry and the lamb meat is too tough.
Hungarian beef goulash with garlic mashed potato. So you can see the beef. This is one of my favorite. So the beef is really nice and tender.
Note that the score that I gave is influenced by my personal preference. For example, in general, I tend to prefer Chinese food than Western. I also prefer to have some meat in my meal, and usually I like beef and fish more than lamb and pork, more than chicken. You might have your own preference. Overall, the hotel's service level is excellent. That's why I chose them in the first place. The few areas that I think will make them perfect are: first, the hotel is always fully booked with lots of people requesting to be on their waiting list, including myself. If there are cancellations for whatever reasons, they can easily find replacement guests. Given the current dynamic situation, they should be more understanding and be more flexible with their cancellation rules. For instance, I saw on Facebook that someone had to postpone their trip as their working visa was not out on time, and the hotel refused to give any refund. Second, all the guests in the hotel use a huge amount of packaging for food and drinks during the entire duration. I believe not many guests are able to bring all the recyclable waste with them when they check out. For me, I was only able to bring a small portion that I could manage. The rest all went to the landfill, which is not good for planet Earth. I think I'm going to get a lot of dislikes for my video for stating my objective observation, that Hong Kong people are in general not too environmentally friendly, and these kinds of environmental issues are not their priorities at all. Third, Wi-Fi is one of the most important items in any quarantine hotels nowadays. To me, it is more important than the TV. Penta Hotel's Wi-Fi is reasonably fast. It allows me to upload my YouTube videos in decent time, but it pauses once a while. This is frustrating when I had online meetings when the connection will pause for a few seconds, a couple of times in almost every meeting. And we had to enter my Wi-Fi password every single day when I first turned on my laptop. For mobile devices, I need to re-log on once every week. My last complaint might not apply to everyone, but I feel that they give too much food, especially the amount of carbo, by default to every guest. Note that we had limited exercise being locked up in the room. I gained 1 kg despite asking them to cut down my carbo by half. Imagine how much I would have gained if I had taken that full meal for 21 days. I believe not many people will bother to call the hotel to ask them to reduce the food portion. That means a lot of food will go to waste if you cannot finish it. And by finish, I mean this. Uncle Patrick does not waste even a single grain of rice. They should give less by default and allow guests to call to ask for more if needed. Thank you for watching my videos and your support. I will be sharing more exciting journeys in my future vlogs, so please like my video and subscribe to my channel. See you in my next video series.